two. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, be careful tonight. Lost my fishing, I won't try playing you again. But when the metaphors are well comprised, the days that we spend. Spoken was a friend of mine to stay here for a while. I need the sunrise. Take my hand, break up for I'm alive. Something's wrong, you're stuck in, I don't feel mine.
Very excited for this first episode. It's been a long time in the talks, but we finally got C Red here. Couldn't be more excited to have you guys. So how you guys doing?
Slow my pace. Saw all those signs you painted with your names. The songs we used to sing together, they don't take up wasted space. You act like life is just a stage. I need the sunrise. Take my hand, break up for I'm alive. Something's wrong, you're stuck in, I don't feel mine. Take my hand, break up for I'm alive. Something's wrong, you're stuck in, I don't feel mine.
Well, as for the actual meaning, I think the meaning came from back when Lorenzo and I would spend the summers watching the sunrise.
I don't talk enough, that'll never change. Think about what you said yesterday. Figure I'll forget it if I don't complain. 'Cause I need the sunrise. It's all I had to say. 'Cause I need the sunrise. Take my hand, break your phone line. Something's wrong, you're stuck in, I don't feel mine. Take my hand, break your phone line. Something's wrong, you're stuck in, I don't feel mine. I need the sunrise.
Cheers, guys. Cheers. Thanks for being on the first episode of. Thanks for being on the first episode of In the Basement, and welcome to everyone who's watching. Very excited for this first episode. It's been a long time in the talks, but we finally got C Red here. Couldn't be more excited to have you guys. So how you guys doing?
Oh, thank you so much. We're doing great, Al.
Happy to be here. It's nice to see what you did with the basement.
Thank you.
It
Thank
looks
you.
great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You?
I am shy in front of camera.
But anyways, yeah, guys, I love the new song you guys put out, Life is a Sitcom. It's like one of my favorite songs right now. I want to know like what's the meaning behind it and what was the inspiration for it?
Writing songs isn't a linear process for us. It kind of, I don't know. I don't want to speak for everyone, but it does
In
happen
clumps,
in clumps.
eh? Okay.
It
Describe our songwriting as very lumpy. Lumpy.
Yeah, it's kind of an organic process that just happens. Everyone has their own interpretation of a song, but for us it just sort of happens, and we find things that sound good and find things that don't sound good. Try and find things that sound good more often, and
Nice.
put it together, and then slap some lyrics on it, and then we got a song. So.
Cool. Okay.
Well, as for the actual meaning, I think the meaning came from back when Lorenzo and I would spend the summers watching the sunrise on the dock at the beach. We just tried to capture that.
Some
feeling
early
within the
mornings,
song.
some late night early mornings.
Yeah, early
Nice.
mornings.
I like that. Okay, that's cool. So you guys basically just you lay down like an instrumental and then you kind of just slap some lyrics on there, but sometimes they do they have like a meaning, or is it just more like
Maybe about I would say what comes to mind would be, you go through the winter of being all caught up in school and in work, and then in the summer you come back to Hudson and the greenery of the town, what it is, and just the natural beauty that you get from living so close to such a great city, but yet being close enough where you're kind of in the woods and in a nice place. So that I'd say would be the biggest takeaway from it.
I completely agree with you, and me myself being from Hudson as well, I could relate to that completely.
Hell yeah.
But I want to know what's in the works for you guys. Like what's new, and what can we expect from C-Red coming up soon?
Not much. C-Red it's nothing but downhill from this point. Really. You mentioned Life is a Sitcom. That's the peak of our anthill. It's just downhill. No, I'm kidding. I discovered a new jangly jingle jangle tuning. And that's what's going to
inspire the rest of C-Red?
It's
the legacy?
It's my twinkling star of hope.
I love it. I love to hear it.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we've got a few songs that are coming out pretty soon.
Cool.
In the new year we'll be releasing a single, and then we'll have more on the way after that. We've got some pretty interesting
sick,
and fun
man.
projects in the works. Yeah.
I'm super excited to hear those.
Me too.
Cool. Well, you were mentioning before, being part of like Hudson and how that kind of inspires your just Montreal as a whole. Another question I have for you guys is like how does being a band in Montreal in this area? What's the best part about being a band in Montreal in this area for you guys?
Well, I think Montreal is one of the best scenes, definitely in Canada.
Yeah.
Maybe the best.
Yeah, I agree. Why is that though? Why is that?
Why is that? The music is just good. It's consistent and quality, and there's a lot of it.
I agree.
Like a lot of up and coming bands right now that just sound good.
Yeah, completely
even
agree.
Better than other places.
Yeah, definitely.
I really like the show culture in Montreal too. I feel like after COVID there was this renaissance of live music just
100%,
happening.
yeah.
You see like all these bands doing these crazy DIY shows. Specifically, what comes to mind is the skate park shows at Van Horn.
Yeah, those are crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah,
like,
such a vibe.
It like when you look back in 20 years about the music culture after COVID in Montreal, I think that'll be at the forefront of people's memory.
I agree with you completely. Yeah. And me too. Like because of COVID, I feel like there's this huge like renaissance of great local bands, and it's like there's so many little clubs everywhere in Montreal, and they're all cool and they all have their own vibe. And it's like almost every weekend I'll go see a show and I'll discover a new band. I'm like, holy shit, who are these guys? Like they're freaking good, and they're just like young kids like us just making music, and it's a beautiful culture. Yeah,
you're seeing a lot of projects with music too that they kind of go beyond music, like this exactly. You doing something like it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, it's fun to have you guys on, and I want to show people like how good you guys are, and I want them to get to know you guys and stuff. So that leads me to asking you guys how did C-Red form, and how long have you guys been a band? It's been like a couple of years now, eh?
It's been almost 10 years.
Holy shit.
Thinking about it, pretty much almost 10 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it still feels like we're missing Cam.
Oh, so wait, did it just start you and Pat and Lorenzo? It was only
No,
you
this
guys?
is very finite.
Okay.
No, it started back in high school. We all went to the same high school in Hudson. I knew that Lorenzo played drums. I played guitar. Neither of us very well. Well, him's awful. Yeah, I went up to him one day. I'm like, yo, you want to be in a band? Let's send it.
Classic high school story. I love it.
Cameron had just picked up the bass, like, I don't know, a month prior. Or very, very, very recently.
Okay.
A few months prior. And, yeah, at my so we're just...
No, the mics can't hear me, Pat. Just keep going.
So, yeah, we picked up Cam and started doing covers. And if you think of any quintessential cringy high school rock song cover,
That was you guys?
oh my god, we pin it on
I
the
remember
nose.
seeing you guys actually when we played a little festival in
I'm
Hudson.
so sorry.
And that you better, because that was my ears like fucking. No, I was just joking. But it was good. But it was like we were both super young. I think we were 16, and it was that you guys are playing a bunch of covers. Sorry. But yeah, you guys were playing a bunch of covers, right? And but it was cool. But it's cool to see how much you guys have grown from that. And yeah, like what's really the most, like, the best part about being in a band for you guys? Like, why are you guys in a band? For this? Okay.
Yes, brother.
I would say shows. Shows are so much
Shows,
fun.
yeah.
Shows are fun.
Cool.
Being able to do something fun, and you know, it before COVID or even growing up, to be in a rock band, it wasn't really the, you know, we were the music kids in high school,
Right.
the band kids, right? So we were a little bit different.
Some things don't change.
Yeah, some things don't change. But yeah, it's fun to just be able to play.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that completely. What's your favorite place to play in Montreal out of all the venues?
Well,
No, just say your humble opinion. What's your
I'm gonna say my truth here. I think the best small medium bar curated to musicians in Montreal so far that I've played at is Loritz.
I love that place. Yeah, it's very cool.
They treat you well there.
Cool, I love it. Yeah, it sounds good and it's a cool vibe. How about you, Lorenzo? What's your favorite?
I will say, Le Belmont has got to be one of my
Yes.
favorite spaces.
Yeah, Belmont. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just got personality.
We had a show at the Belmont a few months ago,
Okay.
and it's a cool venue.
I saw videos. It was dope. Yeah, it looked cool. Yeah.
It's really neat. But there's a bunch of venues like that in Montreal. Like, you can just stroll up St. Catharines or St. Laurent, you'll find one.
Exactly. That's the coolest part, right? There's so many venues.
Yep.
And they're all unique in their own way. Cool. Well, guys, I mean, that pretty much wraps up our interview, and I can't wait to hear you guys play some live music for us here in the basement. What songs are you going to be playing today?
We're not sure yet, but we don't want to let the audience in on too much.
I like it. The element of surprise. But cheers, guys, and thanks for being part of the first episode.
Thanks for having us on, Alex.
Yeah,
And
cheers.
everyone.